He calls himself an equal opportunities incarcerator and says he'll lock up anyone who breaks the law. But in Arizona, it was Sheriff Joe Arpaio's focus on illegal immigrants that brought him international fame. He maintains he's merely enforcing the law, but advocates have accused him of racism and he's at odds with the Justice Department. And yet, it's done little to curb his instincts, as I discovered when I went on the road with Sheriff Joe.
If they are illegal, we book them directly in the jail.
The sun is going down across Maricopa County, Arizona, and Sheriff Joe Arpaio,
I have a zero tolerance.
the self-proclaimed toughest sheriff in America, is in hot pursuit of illegal immigrants.
What we're enforcing tonight, we're concentrating on the human smugglers.
They're looking for vehicles that seem heavily laden and with dark tinted windows. A few miles away, one of the sheriff's deputies has pulled a vehicle over.
Let's go.
We race to the scene, and within minutes, Sheriff Joe is trumpeting his latest catch. What have you got here?
This is nothing unusual.
How many in the vehicle?
We have 18. Just shows you an example of what's going on with this illegal immigration.
Tonight's bounty, 16 men and 2 women, is cuffed and placed in a prison truck. They made it to America, but their journey has come to an abrupt halt. When you just look at their faces, it was a rather sad situation, though, wasn't it? These don't look like your customary criminals, do they?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The law says class 4 felony. That's a pretty serious charge.
But when you looked at their faces, even you looked a bit wistful. Sheriff Joe has led 13 sweeps that have netted him more than 300 illegal immigrants and a slew of criticism.
They do not like me stopping illegal aliens on the streets, enforcing the laws. They don't like that.
Well, they don't like it.
That.
They don't like it because stopping people on the streets because they look Hispanic is racial profiling.
That's what they say, but we don't do that.
But the United States government disagreed. This past October, the Department of Homeland Security removed his deputy's right to enforce immigration laws on the streets due to complaints of racial profiling. And the Department of Justice launched an investigation into his tactics. But Sheriff Joe remained defiant.
We are still going to do what we've been doing in the last 2.5 years. Nothing changes.
You basically using minor misdemeanors, minor mistakes, perhaps speeding, as an excuse to then pick these individuals
we use
up?
minor misdemeanors, lock up dope peddlers, seize drugs, seize money, catch DUIs.
What reason did the officer have for pulling the vehicle over?
They were speeding, traffic violation. And this is what we come up with.
Do you think an illegal immigrant is as serious a criminal as a rapist and a murderer?
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to compare the type of crimes.
Why don't you? What about a pedophile?
Very serious, and we put a lot of resources.
More serious than an illegal immigrant?
I would say yes. I think everybody will understand that.
Sheriff Joe says illegal immigrants are not only criminals, they bring other ailments into the country.
I have a problem with people crossing this border. They have not been checked medically.
What sort of diseases do illegals bring into America?
I don't know. Tuberculosis is a big one. We have people in our jail from foreign countries that have TB. Nobody checks them. I put all the convicted people, other than violent, in the tent.
It's a jail that Sheriff Joe is quite proud of.
What did you do 2.5 years?
But one that has come under increasing scrutiny for its treatment of the prisoners there.
This is disgusting. I don't care who you are, you should never treat a human being like this. This is wrong. The food we eat is disgusting. It's more like a concentration camp than anything else.
Sheriff Joe says prison means punishment, not pampering. Around 1,200 inmates are held in tents last used during the Korean War. Inmates are forced to wear striped prison garb and pink underwear. Food is carefully rationed.
They get 2,500 calories. It was 3,000. We knocked it down to 2,500. How many people are on 2,500 calories? I'm not even on it. So at night they
You're
get
not? You must
I know I'm being, well...
You must be on more than 2,500 calories.
No.
You must be.
No. Why?
I'm just saying. What do you say, though, to the argument that the sheriff puts, which is he makes it painful for you so you never want to come back, you never want to come back?
It's true, but I think he does it as a publicity stunt.
What do you mean?
The pink handcuffs. Right. I mean, his reality show. I think he has that taste for that love for the limelight. And I think he should just hire an agent and move to Hollywood.
But while these prisoners bemoan the standards of food at the sheriff's jail, there have been other much more serious causes for concern, involving injury, even death.